Sumerian Civilization. By the 5000s BC, villages and settlements had started developing in the fertile plains lying between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in southern Mesopotamia. This area came to be known as Sumer. By 3500 BC, the Sumerians, a highly energetic and inventive group of people, gave rise to the world's first civilization. It flourished until about 2000 BC and was later absorbed by the great empires of Babylonia and Assyria. The Sumerians boast of a long list of achievements. Firstly, the Sumerian culture was highly developed. They were well versed in legal, economic, literary and religious matters. They also studied mathematics, astronomy and medicine. Their system of counting in units of 60 is the basis of the 360-degree circle and the 60-minute hour. The Sumerians invented the first form of writing, which consisted of picture-like symbols scratched on clay. The symbols were later simplified to produce cuneiform, a system of writing that uses wedge-shaped characters. Sumerian writings preserved on tablets of baked clay range from trading and legal records to wisdom literature, which consists of philosophical reflections like the Proverbs. Thus, Sumerian civilization marked the end of the huge span of time called prehistory and the beginning of time called history. The Sumerians invented the art of metallurgy and discovered copper. By adding tin to copper, they made bronze and ushered in the Bronze Age. The Sumerians were also skilled craftsmen who produced decorative pottery, beautiful jewelry, metalware, stoneware, textiles, and musical instruments. They invented the first wheeled vehicles and used them for their farm carts and war chariots. The Sumerians built dikes to control the flooding of Tigris and Euphrates rivers and irrigation canals to carry water to their fields. Ziggurats, shaped like a pyramid, with terraces crowned by a sanctuary, were built beside the temple as a homage to their gods. At the top was a shrine, meant for the god when he came down among his people. The ziggurat of Ur was built around 2100 BC for the moon god. It measured 700 feet round the base and 80 feet to the summit. The core of the ziggurat was a solid mound of mud bricks. The Sumerians of early Mesopotamia believed that their main function in life was to serve the gods. When they were not actually praying in person, they left stone statues of themselves before their altars to pray on their behalf. Each Sumerian city had a temple to honor its patron god. Sumer was a land of separate, self-sufficient, well-fortified city-states. These city-states often fought with each other for control over the all-important water from the two rivers or from the major canals. Warfare led to many discoveries and inventions. Early metallurgy grew largely out of the demand for weapons. The war chariot furthered the perfection. Sumerian society was divided into three classes. The first was the upper class that was made up of members of the royal family, priests, and high officials. The farmers, artisans, and traders belonged to the middle class, whereas the lower class consisted of slaves who tilled the land. Slaves were treated well in the Sumerian society though. The women in Sumer enjoyed a respectable position. The main occupation of the Sumerians was agriculture. They're supposed to be the first to cultivate wheat in the ancient world. The Sumerians also grew barley, pulses and vegetables, and used oxen for plowing the fields and asses for carrying loads. The Sumerians were the first traders of the world. They kept business accounts and records and even had trade relations with India. The Sumerians believed in many gods and goddesses and worshipped elements of nature like the sun, moon and the rain. The Sumerian city-states had no central government or unified army. For nearly 1,000 years, they warred with each other for power. No ruler could unify the land until Sargon of Akkad, king of an area north of Sumer, conquered the Sumerian cities. The Sargonid Empire lasted till 2200 BC. Around 2100 BC, King Ur-Nammu of Ur, styling as king of Sumer and Akkad, established a united kingdom that lasted about a century. By 2025, Ur and its kingdom was conquered by Elamites and Amorites. By 1792 BC, both Sumer and Akkad were incorporated into the first dynasty of Babylon.